Hi guys, and welcome back to Friendship Knits. Winter is back and so are we with a new exciting planning video. The overall theme of the video is going to be bouclé.
Yes, we're gonna start with some garments. So first pullover and then cardigans. And then we're gonna go on with some vests and then some accessories. I think we even have like 2 or 3 baby knits. And yes, especially the first few categories like sweaters and cardigans are going to be in the order that we're going to start with the thickest fabric, so with the smallest gauge, and then we're going to go up with the gauge, so the fabric is going to get smaller.
Yeah, nice.
I hope that makes sense. So I'm starting, if that's okay. First pattern we're going to talk about is the Big Fat Sweater. It's very fun name. It is a super bulky Raglan sweater. It is knitted with 7mm needles, the collar and the brim, or how's it called?
Wrist? No, I don't know.
The wrist. You know what you know what we're talking about. And the main part of the pullover is knitted cuffs, yeah. Is knitted with 10mm needles or US 15. The suggested yarn is My Wool from Gepard Yarn and Teddy Deer from Gepard Yarn. Yes, and I really like it that it is it's both bouclé, but also there is that as I said, the collar and the how's it called, the cuff it's not bouclé, so I think it's just giving a little bit of order, or it's like a frame for the bouclé. I like that.
Yeah, that's really nice. Is it the Teddy yarn that's like the bouclé one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
it's actually a very famous one. Most of the patterns are using the Teddy Deer. Yeah.
So the next one is the Bouclé Beauty, a very special sweater. It's designed by Trina Bendix. It's knitted in US 15 or 10mm needles and US 17 or 12mm. It's knitted raglan top down, and the suggested yarn is the hand-dyed DK fat mohair and also the hand-dyed DK bulk alpaca bouclé, which I've never heard of, but it looks gorgeous. I love the colors that are used in the example photos and just the overall construction with the balloon sleeves.
Yeah,
I like it. I think that's actually something I would knit myself as well.
Yeah. And I find it fun that, when I started searching for bouclé sweaters, when we were talking about, I always had like the Big Fat Sweater or something like that in my mind.
Yes.
But that it is a quite normal sweater, or I don't know. And then it has bouclé stripes.
Yeah.
I find it so cool. And I would have never thought about it somehow. That this is possible.
Yeah, it gives this blocked feeling in a way, color blocked, I mean.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, doesn't make sense. But yeah, I like it. It's like a fun sweater.
And the gauge is 10 stitches per 4 inches.
Yeah.
So the next project is the Sammal Sweater by Ronja Hakaletto. It is a top-down zipper sweater, all in bouclé, of course. It is a gauge of 11 stitches per 10 centimeters or 4 inches. And it is as well a super bulky sweater. The suggested yarn is the Fulcolana Orvetta together with the Deer Teddy from Gepard Yarn. And the needles used are 6mm needles or US 10 and 2.5mm needles or US 1.5.
I love how cozy the sweater looks.
Yes, and she's so beautiful on this photo. I can't.
Yes. Sometimes I don't know if I like something because the person looks so pretty.
Yes.
Or because they like the piece.
I always think that with, how's she called? Andrea Mari. She is so pretty. And then I'm always like, do I like the design or do I like her? I'm never sure.
I know. Yeah, let us know how it is for you guys. I'm not sure if everyone has this experience.
I'm not sure either.
Really not sure. The next sweater up is the Curly Wurly sweater by Nina Ruth. It has a gauge of 13 stitches for 10 centimeters and is knitted with US 8 or 5mm needles and US 10 and 6mm. It is knitted top down, and the difference to the one before is it has a bigger collar, like it goes up more, and also the cuffs are a little bit different. It's also oversized, fitted, and the suggested yarn is a Gepard garn teddy deer again, together with the Gepard garn cashmere lace.
Okay, the next sweater is the Walnut Wonder sweater by Drops Design. It is a top-down raglan with a mock turtleneck, and it is a 16 stitches gauge pattern. It is knitted with 5.5mm needles or US 9 or and 4mm needles or US 6. And it is listed as a Aran weight project.
No. The next sweater is the Mist sweater by Helene Baba. It is constructed with a boat neck and top down. It has 17 stitches and 22 rows for 10 centimeters and is knitted with US 8 or 5mm needles and US 7 and 4.5mm needles. It's a DK weight pattern, lace and DK hold together, and the suggested yarn is Isagar yarn 301 and the Isagar yarn Bouclé.
The next sweater is called Sugar Cloud sweater, and it is designed by Ksenia Nadian, maybe. It is a 20 stitches gauge per 10 centimeters or 4 inches, and it is knitted on 4mm needles or US 6 and 5mm needles or US 8. It is a top-down raglan construction with a turtleneck, and there are some short rows in the back to lower the neck. I was like, is it higher? No, it's lower than. Yeah. Yes, it is also listed as a Aran weight sweater, and the suggested yarn is Garn Studio Drops Alpaca Bouclé.
So now we've finished with the category sweaters and come to the cardigans. The first cardigan is the Juicy Jacket by Katja Dürberg, or also known as Pop Knit. It is constructed as a top-down, and the button band is double knit. It also has a collar, which looks really pretty. The gauge is 8 stitches and 13 rows for 10 centimeters. It's knitted with 7mm needles and also US 13 or 9mm needles, and the suggested yarn is hand-dyed DK silk mohair, and then also the hand-dyed DK organic merino 400 and hand-dyed DK bulky alpaca bouclé, and all three are used in the pattern.
When I found this pattern, I thought it's so crazy that it has a 8 stitches gauge. I've never seen that, I think.
Yeah,
it's so
crazy
big,
bulky.
Yeah, and also the button band and the collar and the cuffs, all of this is knitted with three strands of merino held with 3 strands of soft silk mohair.
That's crazy.
Together, so you're knitting with 6 strands, I think, when I understood it right.
Yeah, but I also
this sounds insane to me.
It's so much. I've never seen that. I'm not even sure if I personally would have the patience to do that. But I think it's also kind of, like Pop Knit, she is famous for her like out of the box patterns and color choices, and she's so experimental and creative. So it kind of suits her, I think. But yeah, it's crazy.
It just feels crazy to first like purchase so much yarn.
Yeah.
And secondly, then so often you will not catch all of the strands. I think I would go crazy, but yeah. It looks beautiful when you're done.
It does. It looks so pretty.
So next up is the Polarteddyjacket by Ann-Kathrin Stoll. It is knitted top down, and the button band is knitted with double knitting. It is a 11 stitch per 10 centimeter gauge and knitted with 7mm needles. The suggested yarn is teddy deer. Yes.
It's just a teddy deer.
Yes, I think it's held double
together. Yeah,
at least.
Because it looks so bulky.
Yeah, it does. It does.
But I love that it has pockets.
Yeah, that's so cute.
It's really
sweet.
sweet.
It just looks huge and so thick. So I don't know whether I would like it, but it just looks so nice to look at, of course. But yeah.
It looks like an actual teddy bear. Like you can transform into a teddy bear by wearing this.
So true. Oh, I just remember a story for kids. We had a book of this when I was a child, where a little mouse was like sewing a teddy bear outfit, and then she went into it because she had to steal food from the neighbors. However, I just remembered. Yeah. However, maybe we cut that out. Or I can show a picture. It's really cute. And he, at the end, he saves his family because they're about to starve.
Oh, wow. So it really has potential, this jacket, doesn't it? So
wow,
guys,
that was so deep. Okay.
Go make the Polarteddyjacket.
No.
You could save your family. The next jacket is the Teddy Zip by Joan Ho. It is worked as a bottom up. It is seamless and also has a zipper. The gauge is 11 stitches and 16 rows for 10 centimeters, and it's worked with the US 10.5 or also 6.5mm needles and US 8 or 5mm needles. To worsted and iron together, which gives a bulky.
Well, that sounds huge.
Yes, and I think it doesn't look that bulky.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're just still confused, but that's okay.
Yeah, it just seems so random to me. But I hope it will click, and then I'll be, that's a bulky.
I think the system is just random. That's my guess.
Yes, but I don't know.
You can't live with that.
Sounds kind of rude to say that, because maybe someone put a lot of thought into it, and then we're like, it's random. But maybe it is.
I'm sorry if that's the case.
We will apologize. No, to us it's random. We can say that.
Yeah, maybe it's a...
Any hoozle. The suggested yarn is the Patent North America Classic Wool Worsted, together with the Garn Studio Drops Alpaca Bouclé. And it looks like a must-have on a good winter hike, I feel like.
You always have these like very romantic pictures for us.
It's just so easy.
We love
that. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I don't know. It gives
hiking vibes. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
So yeah.
So the next pattern looks very similar. It is called Flying Teddy Jacket by Mamni Choi, but actually it is worked top down with raglan increases, and on the pattern photos, the cuffs and the collar is knitted in a different color help color than the rest of the jacket, which I think looks kind of nice. Yeah, it is also an 11 stitches gauge, and it is knitted with 6mm needles or US 10 and 5mm needles, 5.5mm needles or US 9. The suggested yarn is Gepard yarn Wulia and Gepard yarn Teddy Deer.
So the next one is more like a cardigan than a jacket. It's the Bouclé Bolero by Yali Han. It has a 11.5 stitches gauge for 10 centimeters and is knitted on a 6mm needles US 10 or a 5mm US 8. It is knitted top down, and guys, I love the color.
And it's like a little shruggy.
Yeah,
it's even called shrug or bolero.
Oh, I missed it. But yeah, oh yeah, now I see it.
Yeah, it looks so pretty on her.
It looks so good. It also like gives a little bit like spring vibes as well, I think.
Yeah. Oh, but I just see that there's only 2 sizes.
Oh. Silence.
Maybe it's not. Yeah, we don't know about that. But I mean, I'm critical, but we didn't read the pattern. We don't know. Yeah. How the sizes are, but 2 sizes is a little.
It's not that much. Would be nice to be more inclusive.
Yeah.
So if you
are
Wurly. Take notes. It doesn't say what the yarn weight is, and it also doesn't have other suggested yarns because she uses an acrylic yarn, but there's like no alternative suggestion for it. But yeah, that's the Bouclé Bolero.
Yeah, it's so cute. So the next cardigan is the Audrey Jacket by Sorry Nordland. It is a top-down cardigan with a set-in sleeve construction, and the collar is actually a I-cord edge. So it's not a double knitted bottom band or a 1x1 ribbing. Yes. Just blank in my head. Yes. So it's an I-cord edge, which I don't know whether I have ever seen that. So that's kind of special. It is a 13 stitches gauge, and the recommended needles are 4.5 millimeter needles or US 7 and 5 millimeter needles or US 8. The suggested yarns is Julie Asseline Bouclé, which I have never heard of, Sandnes Garn Double Sunday, or Gepard Garn Teddy Deer.
So the next cardigan is the Dimas Bouclé cardigan by Dima Knitwear. It has 14 stitches and 20 rows gauge for 10 centimeters and is knitted on a 4.5 millimeters US 7 and the 6 millimeter US 10 needle. It is constructed as a raglan, so top-down cardigan. The suggested yarn is the Sandnes Garn Mini Alpaca, the Mohair by Conrad Mohair Bouclé Solid, and the Gepard Garn Teddy Deer. Yes, it looks really cute. I think that's one that I would knit myself as well.
Yeah, same. I love these crew neck cardigans. I think they're so pretty.
Yes.
The next cardigan. Did you just rip your mohair?
It's like tangled up. Honestly, if you haven't noticed throughout the whole video, I'm just like surviving here with this tangled up mess. Just fighting for my life.
Our heart goes out to you. So we're continuing.
Sorry, yep.
With the Audrey Jacket by Cheryl Mokhtari. It is a top-down raglan construction, and it is a 14 stitches gauge and knitted on 4.5 millimeter needles US 7 or 5 millimeter needles US 8. The suggested yarn is Gepard Garn Puno Kama Rose Snefuk. I've heard of that, but I have never pronounced it. Somehow it's harder than I thought. And Gepard Garn Teddy Deer. Yes.
Perfect.
I love that. I would knit that.
It feels like,
and we've said that a lot in this video.
Yes. It also feels like we're like sponsored by Teddy Garn Deer.
Yes.
We're
Gepard
not.
Garn, if you see this, we would love some Teddy Deer.
Okay, we come to our last cardigan, and it's a Bomber Bouclé by Tricot Design MCL. It is constructed as a top-down and a crew neck. It has a crew neck. The gauge is 18 stitches and 24 rows for 10 centimeters, and it's knitted on 5 millimeter US 8 and 4 millimeter US 6 needles. The suggested yarn is the Julie Asseline Bouclé and also yarn Co Bouclé. Yes.
So now we're going to talk about two vests. The first is the Fuzz vest by Veronika Lindenberg, or also known as Kutova Kika. The vest is like part of her new book that is going to launch end of November. So I think by the time you see the video, maybe it's already live. The vest is knitted top down with a 10 stitches gauge and is knitted with 5 millimeter needles or US 8 and 6 millimeter needles or US 10. Oh, and the suggested yarn, it's not listed yet, so we don't know.
Has she like a collaboration with a yarn company like Petit Knit does?
I don't know. Or I have never seen something like that in her videos. But maybe.
Also, the next and last vest is the Mellow Vest by Irene Lynn. It is worked top down. It imitates like a leather vest, which looks so cool.
Yeah.
It has a 12 stitch gauge and is worked with the US 11 or 8mm needles. So suggested yarn is a Kama Rose Snifnook and the Gepard Garn Teddy Deer.
So the next bouclé pattern in this video is a poncho called Elysee by Rui Amamuro. I hope that's right. It is, yeah, as I said, a poncho, but you can also wear it as a very big collar. So I love how versatile this piece is. It has a 11 stitches gauge and is knitted on 5.5mm needles or US 9 and 6.5mm needles or US 10.5. The suggested yarn is Woolfolk Fleete Bulky. I've never heard of that.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is so fun. And the model again is so beautiful. And the light is so beautiful in the photo.
Okay, the next pattern is the Crispus top by Petra Design. It's worked bottom up and closed up with a kitchen stitch, like the strap. That's it. The gauge is 8 stitches and it's worked on a 9mm or US 13 and 7mm needles. And the suggested yarn is the Untold Bear, the Stricker Fever Teddy, and the Pickles Teddy. So I assume it's like you can choose between those 3 yarns. So. Yeah.
Would you wear that?
I don't know. It looks really cool on her together with this thing. No, what is it, like a shirt?
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I feel like to wear it just like that without anything underneath, it will be quite hot and itchy maybe a little bit. Or yeah, too hot because I would wear it like in warm weather. And I just don't know what I would pair it with.
I think I would wear it with a bigger or like a big t-shirt.
Yeah.
A very boxy t-shirt. I mean, I love how it looks on her. I don't know whether it would suit me, but I love it. Yeah, but
yeah, actually,
I'm not sure.
The thing is, I don't like the asymmetry. Like in general, not the pattern, but like in general, it's just not something I don't really like.
Okay.
But what I would wear with is like I would knit it in a very like strong collar and would wear it with another very strong collar t-shirt, and then just kind of so overwhelming sensory wise that it's like nice again.
So the asymmetry is not that.
Yeah, it's like overtoned by the colors.
It's like hiding.
Exactly.
The colors.
That's like what I imagine.
I mean, I would also knit it in a very vibrant color, but I think I would wear it with a white t-shirt.
That would be nice too.
Like a hot pink. I would love that.
The next accessoire or great gift knit is the Penny Tote Bag by Morrican Knit. It has like a sewn-in lining, I think it's called, and is knitted top up. Bottom up. Which makes sense if you look at the structure. The 16 stitches and 23 rows for 10 centimeters, and the used needle is 4mm or a US 6. The suggested yarn is Woolfolk Fleete, Gepard Garn Cotton Baby Lino, Woolfolk Fleete Bulky, Gepard Yarn Cotton Wool 3, Gepard Garn Teddy Deer, hello again, and Gepard Garn Cash Sock.
So the next project is the Petra Bag by Aigyo Knit, I think she's called. Aigyo Knit. And it is as well a felted bag. It is like a little bit smaller than the penny tote. And yeah, I really like it. It's knitted in a 5mm needles or US 8. Yes. And the suggested yarn is Teddy Deer. It's held double. Yeah. And
the next bag is the Bananas by Piña Gandio, and it is like not a tote bag.
I don't know.
What's the name of that? A chest bag? Never mind.
I mean, you know. Or belt bag? No, that's very weird. We don't know.
We don't know. The gauge is 14 stitches and 25 rows, and the used needle size is 4.5mm in US 7 and 5.5mm US 9. Oh, now I'm saying it wrong as well.
Yeah.
The suggested yarn is the Gepard Garn Knit Seta, the Gepard Garn Wild and Soft, and Gepard Garn Teddy Deer. and I love it. It's so, I just love these kind of bags that I don't know the name of.
Yeah,
And,
same.
right? And I just think it's a really cute, like extra to this outfit.
Yeah, that's true. There's another belt bag. It's called Teddy Belt Bag by Johan Ho. It has a 11 stitches gauge and is knitted on 6.5 millimeter needles or 10.5 US. The suggested needles, the suggested yarns is Knit Picks wool of the Andres worsted and Garn Studio drops alpaca bouclé.
The second to last bag is a little bit of an honorable mention. It's the Teddy Clutch by Petite Knit. It has a gauge of 16 stitches and 23 rows. It's worked on 3.5 millimeters or 4 US needles, and its knitted or suggested yarns are Gepard Garn Teddy Deer. And it looks really cute, but I probably wouldn't make it because I don't want to carry a bag all the time.
It's just such a classic
piece
like in the knitting community.
That's so true.
So it gets darker and darker outside. This is also something from the winter time we love, but yeah, we hope you could still see us clearly enough. We had to turn out the lamp behind me, so yeah, I hope it's working for you. So the next bag, or actually the last bag, is the Dolly Bag by Mochi Knits. It has a gauge of 10 stitches by 10 centimeters. It is a super bulky pattern, and the suggested garn is Gepard Garn Puff and Gepard Garn Teddy Deer. Yeah, and it's just so cute.
It's the next pattern is a baby, or like a pattern for a child. It's called the Bouclé Bukser or Bouclé Overalls, and it's by Enya Ødegaard or Fluffytrekk. I have no idea how to say that. I hope I try to say confidently. The gauge is 14 stitches, and it's worked on a 4 millimeters or 6 US needles. And the suggested yarn is Garn Studio Drops Alpaca Bouclé, and it's just cutest thing.
Yes, I love it. So cute. And I saw on Instagram someone knitting it in like this brown color. I will insert the photo, and it's just so cute. I can't.
It's really sweet. I just love like overalls in general, and then like in baby size, it's just,
and in bouclé. I mean,
just adding up sweetness. True, yeah. So
now it comes my favorite of today's video. There are the Bjork Boots. It's also a baby knit by Louise Gunci, I don't know. It has a 14 stitches gauge and is knitted on 3.5 millimeter needles or US 4 and 3 millimeter needles or 2.5 US. Yes. And the suggested yarn is Knit Widow Falkland Merino and Gepard Garn Teddy Deer. And I can't get over how cute these shoes are.
They really are.
Yeah. I would probably knit these if I would have a child to knit for.
I think you're just gonna knit even if you don't have a child.
Then they're gonna wait for years and years.
To stand there.
Make me happy every day. I think it's the photos that are just so cute. The light is perfect.
It also kind of, because it looks kind of like baby sheep in a way as well.
Oh, like yes, lambs. You are so right.
That's what this is the second to last project. We're having to rush a little bit because it's really dark now. And so the second to last project is the Bouclé Bear and Bunny by Stephanie Jessica Lau. It is crochet and not knitting. Yeah. And
sorry.
Sorry. We cheated a little bit. The hook size is 4.5 millimeters. And yeah, we just put it in because we think it's a cute gift, and
yes,
also like child baby themed.
So we're coming to the last project, which is the Fluffytrekk by Helena Ronquist Knudsen. And it has a 10 stitches gauge and is knitted on 7 millimeter needle. Yeah, it's just this very cozy looking how it's called in English? Bottle, what?
Warmer?
Hot bottle.
Maybe it was a.
However, it just looks so cute. And the suggested yarns are Gepard Garn Teddy Deer and Gepard Garn Pura Lana. Yes. And this would just make the perfect gift knit, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Sorry.
Yes, so I think we have to say goodbye and
yeah, thank you so much for watching and staying for so long. I hope you got a little bit of new inspirations for December. It was so much fun for us to make this video and see kind of to, you know, like try out something new, I think.
Yes. And please let us know if you know any other bouclé patterns that are inspiring you. And please just leave a comment and tell us what you have been knitting while watching this video. We always love to get inspired, like with all the patterns that are out there. So have a nice evening or whenever you're watching this, and have let's enjoy this cozy time together.
Bye.
The rehe socks, which I didn't buy the pattern of, or I did. I don't know actually. I just copied it.
That's what you did.